Is it me, or is John Cena's retirement run mid as fuck? I don't want it to be, but it just is. And it is so disappointing. It seemed like such an easy setup when he first announced his retirement last year during Money in the Bank. The biggest babyface in the entire company, possibly in the history of that company, is retiring. That seems like an easy setup, right? I mean, you break the championship record, you put young talent over, and you cement his legacy even more within the history of professional wrestling. This should have been the Eras tour for John Cena, and yet we're getting what we're getting now. I don't know, man. There was just like a fire under Cena's ass in the beginning of the year when he lost the Royal Rumble, and during that press conference, the promo that he cut was so motivating for me. I was so invested in this run because of that promo. I remember everyone was in their own feelings about Jey Uso winning the Royal Rumble, but I was not. I was actually excited that John Cena lost the Royal Rumble because this has always been Cena's position. Like, yes, he's always been the top guy. He's always had the championship, right? He's got records upon records upon records. But I do love when Cena is for the chase, and he was chasing the new record, right? The 17 record, the championship, and we wanted to see it at WrestleMania. It made sense for him to break that record during his last WrestleMania appearance. And then Jesus took the wheel. When I say Jesus, I guess it's Triple H or The Rock, or they were both fighting for the wheel and they swerved us completely. And finally, they turned John Cena heel. They did the unthinkable. The fucking bastards actually did it. They turned John Cena heel. And this is the thing, is that it has always been a point of conversation for every single wrestling fan. Even that weekend, I remember I was talking to a bunch of friends. I think the Vibe guys, Con Man, Muscle Man Malcolm, even my friend Harley. Like, I was talking to all of them. I was talking to Ella J, everyone, of like, is John Cena going to turn heel? Is he finally going to turn heel? Because that was the thing that's always been a part of conversation, right? It's the same as CM Punk. Oh, is CM Punk going to come back? Is he going to come back? It's kind of the same, but not really when it comes to John Cena turning heel. And everyone was like, oh yeah, I mean, that'd be cool, but they're never going to do it. They're never going to do it. Never, ever. And then they fucking did. And then they did. And that shit went so fucking viral, bro. Like, the MLB was talking about it. ESPN, of course, was talking about it. Like, Access Hollywood was talking about it. My mom was talking about it. Like, you know, some shit goes down when moms and like grandmas are hitting you up and being like, what's going on here? And you're like, yo, Cena just awoke my family trauma, and now I have to tell my family all about John Cena turning heel, and then it's gonna be even more traumatic because I was there live. John Cena turning heel was a fuck-ass prediction that nobody ever saw coming. Nobody ever saw coming. I think the closest that we thought we were going to get was the Firefly Funhouse match that he had with Bray Wyatt. I think that was the closest that we were going to get to heel John Cena. His appearance there, the NWO segment that he did during that match. I think that we all thought that was the closest that we were going to get to heel John Cena. And then they pulled the fucking trigger. And I was like, brother, I am strapped the fuck in. Put me in this shit now. I am so ready for it. And the press conferences were good too. I liked the press conference that he did during WrestleMania. The one where he dropped the mic. I think it was at Elimination Chamber. I was not there at that press conference, but I think that was the case. I liked it. I liked the way that he set it up. The way that I was interpreting John Cena's heel run is he gave his entire passion, his entire body, blood, sweat, and tears, literally, for this business. And he's always been like the company corporate NPC guy, right? He is always going to listen. He's always going to say yes. He's always going to abide by the rules. So with John Cena's heel run, this was actually a chance to like turn it over and for him to be like, actually, fuck everybody, because all of you motherfuckers have been so ungrateful. All of you journalist pieces of fucking shit always write this dumbass shit about me saying that I don't have any wrestling moves. All of the fans hark on me saying that I hold people back. I hold the company back. I'm Super Cena. I just thought it was a great move for him to just turn the tables on everybody else. And then it didn't, because The Rock was involved, Travis Scott was involved. And why? Why the fuck did they need to be involved? Because of corporate greed. That's why. Because money. That's why. If they would have pulled the trigger on John Cena turning heel at Elimination Chamber just by himself, without The Rock, without Travis Scott, it still would have been a masterpiece. But there was no reason for Travis Scott to be involved. The Rock would have been so great if he was actually heavily involved, because maybe he would have formed this like super faction with John Cena of like nostalgic big faces of the companies of the past guys or whatever. I don't know, but there was no fucking reason why The Rock was involved in that. Now, where's The Rock during this run? Gone. He's gone. Homeboy lost a bunch of weight for a movie role, and now he's trying to get the Oscar. Dwayne The Rock Johnson is actually more concerned about the Oscars than John Cena's retirement run. Couldn't be me. Am I right, wrestling fans that live inside the wrestling bubble and don't know shit about anything else but wrestling? Am I right? But the sickos actually did it. And then we cut to WrestleMania, and we're like, oh man, WrestleMania, it's gonna be great. The Rock is gonna cut. The Rock is definitely gonna. The Rock is gonna be involved. The Rock is in town. He's gonna show. No, he didn't show up. He didn't show up. This guy never even clocked in. I feel like they hyped us up with The Rock being involved, Cena's heel run, and for what? The bullshit we got at WrestleMania. And it was such bullshit that they were like, wait, hold up, scrap that, forget about that. We're gonna make up for it at SummerSlam. Right. I think the moment of John Cena breaking the record and becoming 17-time world champion is a phenomenal decision for WrestleMania. Travis Scott being involved is just not it at all. I don't think it was. And even with WrestleMania, just the hint of The Rock being there possibly is just all bananas, really, because it's all because they want to make tickets expensive. Or at least The Rock's involvement, right? The Rock's involvement with Elimination Chamber and possibly WrestleMania, teasing that he was going to be at WrestleMania. They were just driving up ticket sales. They were. And was it worth it for Elimination Chamber? It kind of was, solely for the heel turn. Not because of The Rock's involvement, but because of the heel turn, it probably was acceptable. That cash wasn't. The prices were not at all. And they need to stop with their fuck ass pricing, because they're pricing out their actual fans, and the actual fans that they want to keep or they're driving away are just gonna go to another fucking company. And the fans kind of already are. The fans are watching more TNA. The fans are watching more AEW. The fans are watching more of their local independent shows because it's affordable to go to those shows, WWE. But anyway, I digress on that. Ticket sales. That feels like a whole different conversation that we could have later. So Cena wins the belt, and then the next day, it's Cena and Orton. We're gonna get Cena and Randy Orton. And that's what the fuck I wanted in the beginning, guys. That's what I wanted at the beginning. I wanted John Cena Eras Tour, bro. I wanted, of course, John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. We needed that, of course. John Cena versus Randy Orton, that should have been like a 3-match fucking setup right there, dude. Give me that fucking shit. My God. Even if they hot potatoed the title, wouldn't be mad at it. Would not be mad at it. I know that some people wouldn't have wanted it. If they would have hot potatoed that fucking belt, I'd be looking just as thirsty about that feud than I did with William P. Hobbs, okay? I think they should have hot potatoed the title. I think that he should have had a program with Kevin Owens as well. That classic. Oh my gosh, if you would have had something with the United States title with Kevin Owens and John Cena and take it all the way back, that would have been really cool. The one person that we are truly missing during this retirement run, and it's nobody's fault but timing, nobody's fault but just the way that the world and the life works, is Adam Copeland. Edge absolutely should have been a part of John Cena's retirement run. And it sucks that we live in a petty world within the professional wrestling sphere that, I don't know, Tony Khan or Triple H, Paul Levesque would not at least sign that off. Just a one-time deal of Edge versus John Cena one last time. That Rated R Superstar belt is still the greatest spinner belt. I love the Rated R Superstar spinner belt. And for me personally, I enjoyed the feud between Cena and Edge over any other opponent Cena has ever had. You know how there's always going to be a wrestler that has another wrestler as their like wrestling soulmate? We have The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin, right? We have Trish Stratus and Lita. I have always felt that John Cena and Edge were wrestling soulmates. And so it would have been amazing to see Adam Copeland back for this retirement run. Run it all the way the hell back. The promos just of that alone, the Easter eggs, the callbacks would have been amazing. But alas, we are not going to get that. But that's okay, folks. That's totally fine. Because Brock Lesnar's... Because that was the best that we could do. And now, cut forward, you know, after we got whatever it was with Randy Orton and Backlash. I mean, I was there. It was pretty cool to see. But then R-Truth coming along. I was at the press conference where R-Truth was slammed onto the table by John Cena. And it was right in front of me. And I thought like a splinter from the table was going to like shoot into my freaking eyeball. I was scared. But you know, it was what it was. It is what it is. And John Cena has just a few dates left. And then SummerSlam happened. And then the fuckery that we saw there. And then out of nowhere, like on a random SmackDown right before SummerSlam, John Cena turns back. Flick of the switch. John Cena turns back. And it's like, why? Why did we do that? Why couldn't we have kept up with it? I mean, whoever was booking it and writing wasn't doing a good job of this pure golden fucking opportunity of John Cena turning heel. That could have been the best fucking work that WWE had ever fucking done in the last decade, possibly next to the entire Bloodline saga when Roman was holding that title for years, brother. I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. Honestly, that's just how I feel. I'm mad about whatever the hell they're trying to plan with Brock Lesnar at WrestlePalooza with John Cena, and I'm not excited to see that, and I don't want to see it, and I don't think that I will see it. But now we're getting what we're getting, and I don't know what the fuck it is. Now John Cena is no longer champion. He is a babyface once more. He is boring once more. And it's cool, you know, it's cool to see people giving him his flowers, having these huge signs that say, "Thank you, John Cena," and really recognizing like how much of a fucking goat he was, right? For so many years, we hated John Cena. We loved booing John Cena. There are signs that say, if Cena wins, we riot. But now it is the case of, now this is the entire year where we can truly appreciate John Cena. And maybe if they turned him heel, that would have been one great, phenomenal, creative decision that they would have done together. But alas, it was just a lightning in a bottle. I think the heel run was just a lightning in the bottle. I think the best work that he did in his heel run for Cena was the press conferences. I think the press conferences showed a little bit more character depth and where he was. And if you analyze it, you gotta look at those press conference promos without a wrestling lens. You have to look at it with a cinematic lens. If you're a cinephile, If you're into movies, if you're into like just storytelling, pure storytelling, not wrestling storytelling, I'm talking about like pure entertainment storytelling, you have to put that filter on when you're looking at John Cena's press conference promos. And it could have been great. And now it's not. And now it's, what do we have left? What do we have left? We're at single digit appearances now. He's close to the end. December is right around the corner. And that's it. This is John Cena's retirement run. And it sucks. I think they should have carried on with the heel run. I think if they weren't going to carry on the heel run, they should have carried on the actual submitted legacy that John Cena has already put forward, which is he's the company guy, he's the top babyface, he is absolutely going to put younger talent over. Yes, let's beat the record, but let's remind everyone why John Cena is John Cena. Let's run back some older feuds. Let's have fun. The heel run would have been fun if you actually committed and you weren't so fucking greedy. And I blame The Rock. I'm gonna put every blame on The Rock. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? Take me to Waffle House? What's he gonna do? Not allow me into a movie premiere or something? What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? I blame you, Dwayne. Dwayne. Your name is Dwayne. Let's start there. I don't know if I would put any blame on John Cena. I don't know if I would put blame on anything. Really, it is what it is. Like, I'm not too pressed about it. I'm pressed enough about it to make a video, but I'm not too pressed about it. It is what it is. I'm going to continue to try to enjoy John Cena's run. And by try, that is going to be heavy lifting, to say the least. But overall, it's just disappointing. I wish it was better. And I think those methods of, maybe just sticking to him being a babyface and not even risking the heel run would have been better in the long run. The heel run was great for what it was, I guess, for what you were trying to give us. Honestly, the heel run was good for like the first 2 weeks. That first night when he did turn heel at Elimination Chamber, I cannot describe the energy in that arena. The energy in that arena when he turned heel was so unison. It felt like all of the fans finally came together for this moment that we have always joked about for years, that we've always had discussions, debates. How many hour-long podcasts are out there right now on YouTube, on Apple, wherever you find your podcasts, that people are just dissecting what could be Cena's heel run way before he even announced that he was going to retire. It has always been a subject. And there have been fantasy bookings that have been highlighted for you, WWE. And yet you're not, you're going to do your own thing because you think you're smarter. You know the business more than us. You do, in a way. But you don't know how to satisfy the fans. So what's next? I don't know. I guess we'll just have to see how the rest of the year plays out. December is right around the corner. Cena's last date is coming. I would like to attend Cena's last date, but listen, I can't fully complain. I am very, very privileged to have attended most of Cena's appearances. Most of his PLE appearances, because he's done Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, Backlash. Was he at Money in the Bank? I don't remember if he was. And then SummerSlam. So I'm happy that I can say that I experienced it, and by golly, dude, I was at Elimination Chamber. I am fully happy to say that I experienced the heel turn live. And that is what I'm going to take from John Cena's stuff that has happened this year. I did get to ask John Cena a question at Money in the Bank, reflecting on his career and reflecting on it now with the retirement. And the question he asked me was, ask him again in December of this year. And maybe I will have a chance to ask him again, maybe I won't. But my reflection on the retirement run and then John Cena's career as a whole, it's undeniable that he is the motherfucking GOAT, okay? I think that he deserved better this year, but for what they gave him, he is always somebody that's going to turn chicken shit into amazing moments, amazing matches. And he has. And he continues to have really great matches. And he continues to cement his legacy in the world of professional wrestling. It's undeniable that John Cena is the greatest of all time. It's just a little unfortunate that the people that were creatively behind him slightly failed him, but mostly failed the fans a little bit. But again, I can't use the word fail because we're still not over with it yet. Something could happen. So we're just going to have to wait and see, folks.